Hey guys, welcome to BALLCAP Sports. Wanted to do a quick video to break down the trade that went down between the Red Sox, the Dodgers, the Twins, and then on the side, the Dodgers and the Angels. The big news is Mookie Betts is heading to the Dodgers along with David Price. Big news there. There had been a lot of rumors that this was being talked about over the last couple of weeks. The Padres were involved. It was the Dodgers. It was the Padres. It ends up being the Dodgers getting Mookie Betts. So the word here is that Mookie Betts wants to be a free agent. That is reported by Ken Rosenthal. The Red Sox have been trying to get a deal done. They offered him the 10 years, $300 million contract. He said no. He wants to be a free agent. The Red Sox have seen the Nats lose Rendon, the Nats lose Harper, the Orioles lose Machado. So they didn't want to go down this road where they're just left holding the bag. And they had that Price salary, 3 years left on that deal, $90 million that they wanted nothing to do with. So they go to the Dodgers. In return, they get Alex Verdugo, a very nice piece. Saw his first full season in Major League Baseball last year. Was a part-timer, as almost everybody is with the Dodgers, except Bellinger. Sort of platoon, part-time role there with the Dodgers. Did very nice. We'll break him down in a second. But also in this deal are the Twins. And the Twins send one of their prospects, Brusdar Graterol. He goes to the Red Sox in this deal. So the Red Sox get Graterol and they get Verdugo. Now, Graterol, 21 years old, came up and pitched in a couple of games with the Twins last year, 10 games. He's got a lot of stuff. He's got a great fastball. His fastball grades out as a 70 out of 80, 53rd prospect out of 100 in MLB, the third prospect with the Twins. He goes to the Red Sox as well. Now, what do the Twins give up or get back for giving up that prospect? They get from the Dodgers Kenta Madea. This is an interesting part to me because I don't understand why the Twins even needed to be involved in this deal, because what does Madea bring back other than he's going to eat a ton of innings? The Twins' rotation looked pretty solid to me heading into the season, at least for the AL Central. Madea will come in. He'll start games. You know, he had been moved to the bullpen last year with the Dodgers. 37 games, started 26, started out as a member of that rotation, but that Dodgers rotation is getting young. They got guys like Dustin May coming in. So, you know, they're moving on from a guy who's 32 like Kenta Madea, and he goes to the Twins. So the Twins get Madea. They give up Graterol. The other piece to this was that now the Dodgers have Mookie Betts. They've got too much in the outfield. So they needed to pull off a deal, and they did with the Angels. They send Joc Pederson to the Angels. Joc Pederson had spent his entire career with the Dodgers, came up in 14. He's on his way out for Luis Rengifo, who made his Major League debut with the Angels last year, 22 years old. It's a nice piece for the Dodgers to add to their infield, as if they even need it at this point. That team is so deep. So let's break down some of this trade and what the deal is here. Again, Mookie Betts had said he wants to be a free agent. So the Red Sox are like, we got to get out of the Mookie Betts business. They wanted to get out of the David Price business with that salary. So that's how this deal happens. And they don't get a whole lot back because Betts wants to be a free agent. Otherwise, you send away your one of the top players that your organization has ever seen, and you get Alex Verdugo and a pitching prospect back. What's that going to say to the fan base? A lot of the Red Sox fans are going to wake up to this or see this and think about, who's Alex Verdugo? I've never heard of this guy, and some prospect who's not even in the top 50 in MLB. So a lot to sort of unpack there, but that's how Betts gets with the Dodgers. They're not going to give up a lot. We haven't heard yet what the Padres were going to give up, but it ends up being the Dodgers. And David Price, 3 years, $90 million left. You know, the Red Sox are paying for that big salary that they gave him back in the free agency 2015. But they had to give him that money, right? He was coming off that great run with the Jays, was 9-1, an ERA in the twos, helped them get into the playoffs. And, you know, there was a lot of players going, or a lot of teams vying for his services. He was only 29 at the time. So David Price commanded a very high salary. But now David Price is coming off a 7-5 season, an ERA of 4.26, so time to move on from David Price. Even though he helped them win that 2018 World Series, they're ready to move on. So David Price has to be a part of this deal. Verdugo is a nice piece to get back. I want to break him down real quick. So last year, 106 games, 377 plate appearances, slash 294, 342, and 475. Pretty good. An OPS of 817. If you go back to Mookie Betts' first 4 seasons with the Red Sox, his OPS was living in the 800s. So you get a nice piece back, and it'll be good to see what Verdugo can be in with a full season without having to be a platoon, because he'll certainly get the shot to be the right fielder. In LA, he played a lot of center field, but that's Jackie Bradley Jr.'s job in Boston. So you'll have Verdugo in right for the Red Sox. Pederson to the Angels. This is interesting. I think a lot of Dodgers fans will be sad about this. Pederson spent a lot of time with the Dodgers. Last year had career highs in home runs, 36, OPS, 876. Was a great player, but you couldn't play him full time. You couldn't play him against lefties with a whole lot of confidence. So they had to move on from Pederson, and there's nowhere to play him. The outfield for the Dodgers is now going to be Pollock, Bellinger, and Betts. And you can play Bellinger at first base too, but you got a crowded infield, so you probably have Betts in the outfield or Bellinger in the outfield along with Betts. So that Dodgers situation now, looking kind of crowded with Pederson, so he had to go to make room because he wasn't going to play. So Pederson goes to the Angels. The Angels are now stockpiling bats at this point. They really needed a pitcher when this offseason started, and they're coming out of the offseason with Rendon and Pederson. So they're going to be tough to pitch to, but they're pitching, we don't know how Ohtani's going to be this year. So, they bring in Bundy, they bring in Tehran, Haney, we don't know where we're going to get there, Canning, who knows. So the Angels are going to have some question marks with the pitching, but we know they're going to hit as they add another big bat with Joc Pederson. So big trade tonight. Red Sox fans, they're going to be heartbroken. It's probably going to take them some time to get over this one, but Red Sox were looking at it like they had to do it. They would get nothing for him if they traded him at the trading deadline. And obviously this Red Sox team would have competed in 2020 with Mookie Betts. So you couldn't trade him away from a competing team. And even without Betts, I think the Red Sox probably compete. They're not going to win the American League East. That's a Yankees division this year. The Red Sox are now sort of holding the door open for the Yankees to win that division. And the Red Sox, second place, third place, fighting it out with the Rays, and maybe the Jays are feisty this year. The Red Sox are still going to be in the top 3. They could finish second place. They could get a wild card, even with this team right now. And the wild card's all you need. Just ask the Washington Nationals. They won the World Series with the wild card spot. So that's the deal. That's the breakdown. We'll see how it all plays out. We're going to have some projections coming out here soon over the next few days. We're going to do it all the way up until spring training, and a couple of the guys in this trade are going to be in the projection. We're going to see a Betts projection. We're going to see a Verdugo projection. So make sure you're back for that. Subscribe if you haven't already to see these projections and to get more breakdowns as these deals happen. But a big one tonight, and we'll see how it impacts the Red Sox moving forward. They get Verdugo, who's controllable, and how does it impact the Dodgers? Do they get to re-sign Betts? We'll see how that all goes. Again, thanks for hopping in. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Love the support, and we'll be back soon.